Hello there. Today I am going to discuss first problem from the problem set 3, which is exceptions, and the problem name is fuel gauge. Welcome to my channel Simple Easy Python, and my name is Prem. I have already created solution videos for week 0, 1 and 2. If you have not watched it, I will give the link for the playlist into the description. You can go and check it out there. A quick disclaimer before I start this video. This video is only for educational purposes. Now let us jump into the problem. The problem says that okay, here we have got a fuel gauge, something that you always get into any automobile. So the problem says that we need to create a file that is called fuel.py, and we have to write a program where the user is going to enter a fraction. And when we say fraction, it means like something like this: divided by 4, 1 divided by 2, or something like that, wherein both x and y are going to be integers. Anything which is coming onto the left hand side of this slash is called numerator, and anything that is coming onto the left hand side is called denominator. So in this case, 1 divided by 4, 1 is going to be the numerator and 4 is called denominator. User is going to enter a fraction as an integer, then output should be a percentage rounded to the nearest integer, how much fuel is in the tank. But if the fuel in the tank is 1% or less, then output should be E instead of the percent. Similarly, if the fuel in the tank is 99% or more, then output should be F for full. And there are certain assumptions here. X and y is not an integer. X is always going to be greater than y. So user is not allowed to enter something, or user can, in fact user is allowed to enter, and we as a programmer have to handle it. If let's say user enters 3 divided by 2 or 5 upon 2, something like that. Second thing is that y is 0. In that very case, you have to handle it again. So and here it is saying that okay, be sure to catch any exceptions like value error or zero division error. Right now I am here in code spaces, and I am going to start my code with while true. Why? If we come to here, we see that instead prompt the user again. So in case of any discrepancy or any error that we have to handle, we have to keep the user prompting again and again. I am going to write here the code now. I am writing here try input fraction space here, going to store it into a variable. Let us call it fract. Remember, input method or input function always returns a star, not an integer. Next, what I am going to do here is that I have to find the slash, forward slash. As you can see here, I am going to find the position of that, and then I am going to separate the numerator and the denominator. So let us define a variable called n, and fract dot find what? Find this. So this n is going to store the location or the position where the forward slash is there. Let me make it a comment for a time being, and then simply write here fract is equal to input, and let us say fraction here, and then I am going to print fract dot find this. Now if I run this program, what happens here is, if you see here, let us say user is entering 2 by 20. So this whole is a string. 2 is at index 0, forward slash is at index 1, again this 2 is at index 2, and 0 at index 3. So I am trying to find out the position of this forward slash. Here in this case 1. If I take another example, 20 divided by, let us say, 300. Now my forward slash is at index 2. This is what I am trying to find out here. Let's get rid of this line and back to our code, uncomment it. Now we have found the position of forward slash. What I am going to do here is that I am going to use a string slicing to separate the numerator and denominator. What I am going to do here is that I am saying that start from index 0, go till index n, but excluding index n. So that is going to be our numerator, and I am going to convert this whole thing into an integer. Similarly, then for in short for denominator, and here again I am going to use the string slicing, and here I am leaving it like this. What I am writing here is that n plus 1, it means that whatever position forward slash is there, you start from its next position and go till the last position. This way I am just going to separate numerator and denominator. Now that we have done it, let me calculate the percent. How do we calculate the percent? I am going to simply divide numerator by denominator, and I am going to put it into here and multiply it by 100, and I am going to round the whole thing because the problem is asking rounded to the nearest integer. Yeah, as a percentage rounded to the nearest integer, and therefore I am using round function here. With this we are done here. Now we have to validate if numerator is greater than denominator. It means that the user is going to enter something like that 4 divided by 3. In that, how do we handle that scenario? If I say num is greater than 10, then what do? We continue. Continue means that skip the current iteration and again start the loop. This is it. So now I am going to write here except. Except what? We can write here value error, continue. We have to keep prompting again except 0 division error, wrong spelling, division error. Again we have to continue, we have to keep prompting. Or alternatively what we can do is that we can shorten this code here, we can simplify it, we can put it everything here, and let us put both these errors into parenthesis and get rid of one except statement. Here we are. Now we are done with this. Now in the else part I am going to check about the percentage here. If it is more than 99, then we should be printing F. If it is less than 1%, then we have to print out E. Likewise, so if percent is greater than equal to 99, what we have to print? We have to print full, F for full. L if percent is less than or equal to 1, then we have to print E. Else what we have to print? We have to print the actual percentage, and I am going to use the F string. I have already used F string here in coke.py. If you have not seen that video, I will give an iCard above and you can just check it out. So how do we do that? Curly braces, num divided by denominator, this is it, and then dot 0%. I think this is it. No, I am missing something called break here. I need to have a break statement so that it goes out of the loop once it has printed out the correct percentage or F or E. And let us have a look into here again. Okay, fraction, I have written it fraction. Yeah, so now I have corrected the spelling. So I think now this should work. Let us start testing this code. Python fuel.py. Let me go back to VS Code here, and first thing is let us start to run the demo video here. Cat by dog, 1 by 4, 25%. So let us say cat by or cat upon dog. Here I am getting again the prompt to enter the fraction. Here this value error is taking care of this cat upon dog, and 0 division error will be taking care of whenever I am entering anything into like 0 into the denominator side. Now I have to enter 1 upon 4 as per the demo video. So let us see 1 upon 4, it gives me 25%, breaks out of the loop. What is next into the demo video? Fraction 1 upon 2, that is 50%. and then 3 upon 4. Let me stop the demo video here and start checking. Clear the terminal. Let me bring it a little bit up and run it again. 1 upon 2, 50%. That is so far so good. Next one is 3 upon 4. Let's run the program again. 3 upon 4, 75%, which is matching. Let's see what else there is. 4 upon 4, that is F, and 1 upon 0. Yeah, 4 upon 4. Next one is 4 upon 4. So it is giving me full. Clear the screen, run the program one more time. 1 upon 0. As I said earlier, zero division error is going to handle the cases where I am going to input 0 into the denominator side. Otherwise it is going to give me a zero division error if I remove this, because division by 0 is not possible. So let us check it out. It is prompting me again. And what was the next? 0 upon 1, that is E. Here I am getting E, you can see it. So far so good. Anything else left over here in the demo video? Nothing. What else is at the bottom? 3 upon 4, 4 upon 4, 4 upon 4. Okay, we have already checked it. Here let us check it out. 3 upon 4, where we have written into the words. Again here it is going to the value, it is a value error. Here it is prompting me again, and this is what exactly your program should handle: a value error and prompt the user again. So I have got a prompt again. And next one is 1.5 upon 3. No periods are allowed. 1.5 divided by 3. So I am getting the prompt again for the user. Should your program should handle a value error and prompt the user again, which is exactly happening. 5 upon 4. Again here in this very case the program should prompt the user again. Let us check it out one more time. 5 upon 4. Here you see it is prompting me one more time, because denominator is less than numerator, and this is what we have handled here. Numerator is greater than denominator. 5 is the numerator, 4 is the denominator. So we can end this program something like this. If you have to get out of it, so 25%. Clear the screen. Now I think we are good to go for the CS50 checks. Let me copy this whole line and do the check here. Connecting, authenticating, verifying, uploading, waiting for the results. I am hoping everything to be in green. Let me drag it a little up so that whole screen is visible. Fuel.py exists. Everything you see here, it is in green. It means that this program, this code has passed the CS50 checks, and we are good to submit it. So folks, if you are liking this video, if you find this video useful, consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel, and share it with your friends who are pursuing CS50 for Python. Also, I have started to come up with Python related videos on my YouTube channel. I have so far published videos related to string lists. There are 47 string lists. I have explained 27 most commonly used Python lists and Python list methods. That will be coming on to the Friday, that is tomorrow. Check those videos also out. So that is it for this video. Happy coding.